I've tested thousands of emails to college coaches, so your son doesn't have to. Here's the exact subject lines, first lines, and follow-ups that actually get responses. After sending 400 plus personalized message per month, per athlete using our system, we've learned exactly what works within the college football recruiting process and what actually gets coaches interested. You're probably sending emails and getting silence, or you're getting opens but not replies, or you're getting replies that just end up getting nowhere. On top of that, you may be using templates online that are super generic. Your subject lines don't actually earn the click, and your first lines read like a resume instead of a reason to actually respond. You don't have any follow-up systems, so you don't know how to get coaches to re-engage. And then tracking is chaos. You have no idea what's working for you, what's not working for you, or what's gonna get you results in the future. So today I'm gonna give you the winning structure, the 3 templates you can copy, and the follow-up cadence that most families skip. So first off is the 3-sentence opener. You need to remember to keep this tight, keep it simple, keep it short as possible. Coaches don't have a lot of time, nor do they care for all the extra details. This first line is the context. It's who your son is. This is where you include things like measurable, your graduation year, your GPA, where you're from. Line 2 is about fit. This is gonna be 1 sentence tying your straights or your measurables to what these coaches are looking for. And then sentence 3 is about proof. You can say everything you want through email or messages, but at the end of the day, coaches need to see that you can actually deliver what you're talking about. So you need to make sure to link your highlights and any other video that might be helpful. Make sure not to include too many, because you can get sent to spam if you include too many. And on top of that, you want to ask some kind of question that's gonna actually get a response. If you just have a bunch of statements, why would they respond back? Instead, get a question that's gonna allow them to easily engage with the email that you're sending. A great example of this is, are you still recruiting the class of 20XX quarterbacks? They can simply say yes or no, and then add on another sentence to that, hey, yes, we liked your film. Just gives them an easy layup, so they don't have to think of a response. They can just easily type it out. Now let's talk about follow-up cadence. This is where most families fail when it comes to messaging college coaches, and especially with email. Now you have to understand that we've sent, at this point, well over 1 million emails to college coaches. And most of our responses have come from those follow-up emails, specifically more so the 3rd and 4th email that we send to the specific coach. So if you're just sending 1 email and you're done and you get your feelings hurt and say, oh, we're not gonna follow up with them, or you forget to follow up with them, you're missing out on where a majority of your interest, offers, and opportunities are going to come from. So here's a simple follow-up cadence that you can follow and implement into your recruiting process today. Now the way we like to structure it out is just do a simple every 7-day follow-up cadence. You don't have to get nuanced with, oh, it needs to be on a Wednesday, it needs to be on a Thursday. Now I will say Saturdays are obviously gonna be low response rates, especially during the season, because coaches have games then. And Fridays, Mondays are generally gonna be the best days to get responses, just because coaches are usually not dealing with a bunch of stuff. So every 7 days you want to reach out to those coaches again. Now the key here is you wanna have some kind of value add, especially in that first follow-up email. What I mean by value add is adding in more proof, showing how you can help them accomplish their goal of winning more football games. Whether this is new film, new stats, new video in terms of off-season training, whatever is going to get coaches to be more impressed with you, to show them why they should respond back to you, why they should recruit you, why they should offer you a scholarship. I'd recommend either on the 14th day or the 21st day, you do some kind of short bump. Really simple. You can just ask them, hey, did you get a chance to see my last email? Hey, did you get a chance to check out my film? These are great and usually get the most amount of responses because they're very easy to respond to. And most of the time they'll even say, no, I haven't yet, checking it out right now. And this allows you to re-engage with them, have a new conversation, potentially send them a new video on top of that. But the key part here is that you actually do it. One of the biggest ones is just including a bunch of unnecessary information. And this can be in a lot of different forms, whether it's having too long of an email, having a subject line that just is way too long or has irrelevant things like your name. You don't need your name in the subject line. It's already going to be in the email itself somewhere. Including attachments instead of links, that is going to be more likely to be flagged by spam, meaning the coach is never going to see it. Not including some kind of personalization, you want to include at the very least their name in the email. It should not be, hey coach, with no personalization in there. Now, we kind of talked about what the structure looks like. I'm gonna read off some templates here that you can use and you start implementing today. This would be a body of an email that you can use. Dear coach, last name, I'm name, grad year, position at high school. I'm also height, weight, have a X GPA, then highlights, colon, link it. And if you want to add another layer of personalization, which can be good if there's specific schools that you want to spend some more time researching, you could add another more personalized line saying, I fit your scheme because of whatever the reason is. And then we want to add that question. So the question here would be, what's the next step to evaluate me for the class of 2020, whatever. Now, for the families that we work with, we personalize all of this for them. So obviously the template I gave you is not the exact one that we're sending. We structure it based on the player's strengths as well as their weaknesses, and also where they are at in terms of graduation year as well, because a message from a 2028 is going to be significantly different than someone that's a senior right now, which is 2026. What I'm teaching here is mostly the principles, and that's what I really want you to get from this. An example is using these principles, we were able to craft a sequence for a 2026 that's going through the process right now. He's a quarterback over in Texas that hasn't really played a lot. He's at a big school, and there's just a lot of good players over there. Using the principles I've taught and the structure that I've taught and using our done for you email system, he's been able to get in touch with a ton of coaches. Over just the past couple weeks, he's gotten over 10 replies, including one offer already. So now you know the structure of these emails. Now you need to implement them to get the best possible results. And the key here is, again, make them personal to you. You need to add some soul in there. You can't just use generic templates and expect it to work. You need to apply it to your own situation. If you want to learn more about the outreach process and the entire recruiting process as a whole, then what you want to do is go ahead and click down below. You can download our free scholarship playbook. It's a full culmination, all of my lessons and learnings from my own recruiting process, as well as what we've done with the over 200 plus families we've worked with one-on-one. Or if you're looking for more one-on-one help, guaranteed results, we literally guarantee that, hey, if you do not get a scholarship using our system, taking action on it, then we give you a full refund. There's no risk to you, as well as we're gonna save you a ton of time, make it less stressful, make it less confusing, so that way you can ultimately get the results that you desire in a much easier and simpler fashion. So if you're interested in that, what you can also do is go down, you can click on the link where you can book a call with us. We'll assess your recruiting situation, just see what's going on right now. If it feels like the right fit, we'll let you know, hey, we think we're a good fit, here's how things work, here's how you can move forward, and you can figure out whether it's the best fit for you or not. If we don't feel like it's a good fit, we'll still give you some recommendations and just make sure that you're going in the right direction. And if you really want to understand how parents can make or break their son's recruiting process, check out the video here.